We begin now. Okay, so good evening, everyone. We welcome you to this roundtable discussion, which has been organized to take on board and have the benefit of your very valuable suggestions as regards the twin subject of the suggestion for display of list of creditors on the board's website by the IRP/RP, as the case may be, and the second, developing a draft format for such list of creditors. As regards the first subject, keeping in view the difficulties that were expressed by the stakeholders vis-a-vis the subject of status of their claims for the CD, and in the absence of a functioning website of CD, the same was taken up by the IBBI and the suggestion to enable the IRP/RP, as the case be, to display the list of creditors on board's website did find favor with the IBBI, and then moving progressively in that direction, a draft circular was framed. Coming to the second subject, as Regulation 13 of the CIRP regulations require the IRP/RP, as the case may be, to verify every claim and make a list of creditors so verified and update the same. A draft format thereof was developed, and based on the initial discussions by the IBBI with the IPAs, the same was suitably modified also. As a necessary part of its transparent and democratic process, the IBBI, along with the IPAs, now seek your suggestions, being the learned members of this profession, on the changes that are needed in that draft. Also, since this formal discussion is being witnessed and watched very closely by the IBBI, we have the presence of IBBI officers in this discussion forum. So you can rest assured that all good suggestions made herein will certainly be considered by the IBBI. Without further ado, I would straight away request Ravi sir, who has very graciously agreed to moderate this discussion, to take the session forward. Over to you, Ravi sir.
Thank you very much. I have shared something on the screen. Are you able to see that?
We can see that, sir.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Just wanted to confirm. Okay, well, the subject is not very complex.
Able to see.
Yeah, thank you. The subject is not very complex and probably will not require much discussion. It's something I think we have been waiting for eagerly, and it has arrived. So we should welcome this wholeheartedly. I will just, for the benefit of those who may not have had time to go through the paper, I'll just go through what are the points that have been covered, and then we'll come to the discussion. So there are basically three aspects that have been covered in this. The first is what are the duties of the IRP relating to this topic. So first, to receive and collate all the claims submitted by creditors, to verify claim and make a list of creditors so verified and update the same, to maintain an updated list of claims, to file the list of creditor with the adjudicating authority and display it on the website of the CD, if any. So now what are the issues that are coming out of this? Nitin has said that. First is where the stakeholders are unable to know what is the status of the list of their claims in the absence of a functioning website of the corporate data. The second is that there is no standard format, even where it is published. Many companies under insolvency do have a functioning website, but different IRP/RPs have been using their own format for publishing it. And sometimes it becomes extremely difficult for an outsider stakeholder to understand what exactly is being said, where is it included, admitted, not admitted, what is the difference between admitted, pending verification, contingent, etc. So now the board and the IPS together have designed a format for the list of creditors, which will be uniform across all cases, so that every IRP and RP will henceforth start using a single standard format, so that the stakeholders at large can understand and compare that what is whatever is being put up in the public domain about the information is understood by all concerned. Of course, the first part of it, that should it be put up on the website of the board, I don't think requires any discussion whatsoever. Absolutely, wholeheartedly, I'm sure everybody will welcome that. We will come to the I think if at all there are probably comments to be made, it might be on the format. So I will now share with uh, the format itself on the screen so that we can just go through that quickly. And
Mr. Ganti,
yes, Mr. Kavadi.
yeah, for the benefit of discussion, I would just like to say one or two things. You have summarized everything. Just I want to share the operational part of it, that this format has one summary table. This summary table has to be keyed in by the RP, IRP or RP themselves on the IT module. And this annexures will have to be uploaded as a PDF. So our IPs and IRPs can maintain them in some Excel sort of format and generate PDF and upload it. On our website, they will be displayed in chronological manner. Means if your RP can updates it subsequently, the previous version will always be available. So a historical record will be available. So if any record is updated by error or then even then it cannot be removed. Only it can be updated by a fresh list. We know some IPs face problems in digital signature or e-sign. So we have provided this option as on OTP verification. So whenever you provide this list, an OTP will come to your registered mobile. And once you confirm, this list will go to our website. This IT module is already ready. So we are very near to it. The amendment in the regulation expected enabling this, and this circular with this draft formats will come soon after. So we expect everything to come within 10-15 days. And so with this perspective, you have to understand that only the summary table has to be manually keyed in by yourself. Otherwise, everything is your own record that you maintain in a particular format will have to be uploaded. Mr. Gandhi, please.
Yeah, thank you, Kavadi. I think you have told whatever was the probable questions that would have been asked. You already answered them. Thanks a lot. That was the operational part. Now I am sharing on the screen the summary page. Okay. If anybody would like to make a comment on this or make a suggestion, or even ask a query or clarification as to what any particular column heading means, please go ahead.
Ravi, the bigger operational creditors, they generally lodge their claims. But there are a lot of people whom we can identify from the books of account. That the corporate debtor owes to especially the smaller OCs. Now, in which column can we put those? We are satisfied, as the RP, I am satisfied that this amount is due to this particular person because the books of account says so. Is there any way in which that can be included here?
Yes, thank you for raising, I think, extremely pertinent point that those, what you call liabilities, which have not been claimed by way of a claim form, what do you do with them? They don't really disappear because those are legal rights. How do you as a IRP or RP take care of it? And how do you inform the public at large that this is also there? Anybody would like to comment on this? Any of the participants? Would you like to add to it or agree with it? Okay, don't worry, we will not keep you too long from the match.
Do the RP really accept the claim even the claim is not being filed? Do they
Okay.
entertain the claim even if the claim is not filed by the OC apart from the workman?
Again, good question. Is it a claim? Because if nothing is claimed, where is the question of either admission or not admission? Absolutely very valid point raised. Anything else to add? Other than these two issues? They are related, obviously. Okay. Anand ji, please mute your mic.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me try to respond to whatever I can understand it. Okay, what is the purpose of making this list of creditors available to the people at large? One, for those creditors who have filed claims to know whether their claim has been admitted, to what extent. If not, then they can raise a query as to why it is not. That is part one. The bigger second part is this is also goes to the prospective resolution applicant who would want to know exactly what are the liabilities that he has to address in his resolution plan. Now that naturally should include those liabilities which have yet not been claimed, probably for logistical reasons. Okay, I mean the advertisement that has comes in small town newspaper, the creditor may not come to know about it. We know this, these are practical issues. Maybe it is an old claim, they have stopped pursuing it. So should not filing a claim not be informed to the RA that this could come in the future? Okay, it may be, especially if it is not within the, not beyond the limitation period, then it makes an issue. So I think what Anandji, what you are trying to say is that such numbers also find a place in this summary sheet. Is that what you are trying to say?
Exactly. I think that the RP should have the freedom actually to record these also. And it should, see, especially the smaller ones. Typically, the smaller fellows don't go reading newspapers and large claims and all that. So they will get removed. It is to their disadvantage. So yes, you're right. That is what I want.
Just I have a point. This is Subramaniam from IBB. See,
yes.
Suppose if resolution professional is very much sure that there is a claim to be paid to a particular operational creditor or any workman, he can inform, once he confirms that there is a claim to be paid, there is an obligation on the part of the CD, he can inform, there is no wrong, I think. Once he confirms that there is a claim, he can inform to the concerned operational creditor, as per our books of account, so-and-so dues. He need not mention about the amount of dues. At the same time, he can say that some outstanding amount is there. Just you can file, already the company is undergoing this insolvency resolution process and he can submit claim. Already public announcement has been done, but we are yet to receive any claim. If you feel that any claim is there, just with proper proof, you may submit the claim. That information, I think he can pass on. There is no wrong in it. Once he confirms that, as per the books of account, some claims are there for which he has not received any claim form. I think there is no wrong in just informing him that the company is undergoing CRP process, so that if at all any claims are there on the company and the CD, that particular operational creditor or any other creditor, he can submit his claim, so that some future problems can be avoided.
Right.
Sir, I have a suggestion.
Mr. Ganti.
Ritesh, please go ahead.
Yeah, basically there are two issues. One is, as you rightly told, that informing the creditors who have submitted their claim about the status of their claims. And second is about any prospective resolution applicant. So applicant need information memorandum with every details. This claim form cannot substitute an information memorandum. So for them, asset side, what are the assets, what are the liabilities, both are equally important. What are the litigations going on in litigations, where the issues are disputed, which assets are under dispute. All this information are material. So obviously this claim form or claim intimation would not serve as a information memorandum. So these details are rightly housed in the information memorandum. Apart from it, obviously, if somebody has not claimed, you would not assign any number to their claims. So you can mention in the annexures in whatever format any IP wants to, that these are the entry as per my books, but I have not admitted them because they have not claimed. Sort of some remarks they can put and put it in annexures. I don't think any IP is going to assign some amount to that number unless it is claimed by the stakeholder.
True. In fact,
in practice, we are admitting those claims because 500 rupees, some foresight stationers and all that, these things, these people are not lodging.
Okay.
It is lying there. So, but we are admitting it. And in fact, even resolution plan, smaller OCs, even though there is, the OCs need not be paid anything because the LV liquidation value does not leave enough room to pay OCs, but smaller OCs are being paid to some extent. So larger OCs are not being paid.
If the RPA has decided to admit it, then admitted column is there.
Yeah. Okay, let me just, for the benefit of, I think most people are aware of this. Many people practice this, okay, RPs. When you make a list of creditors, okay, one is this summary, more or less, which looks like this, more or less. Then there is a list of claims in the books not received. Okay, that is given as an information that there are certain claims, liabilities in the books, but they have not been claimed. And many RPs also do this, that they add a column in this, like in addition to all this, that what is the book number as per the books of accounts. So there could be that X is the number in the books, 2X is the claim. Okay, that also adds, for any number of amount of reason. And what is admitted could be 1.3X. Okay, so there could be 3 types. So these are things, but like Ritesh said, they can all come in the add-on annexures which RPs can upload. Depending on the circumstances of each case, that would also matter, because in some cases you may get everything. In some cases, there are probably not a single OC claim comes because it's so old. That can also happen. So the PDF files are there to add as many as one would want.
Sir?
Yes, please, go ahead.
My name is Anuradha Bisani. I'm working for a liquidation right now. 2 years the CIRP has been on, but there were no claims received. And the books were also not audited. So we are not sure, who are our actual claimants, who are our actual creditors. We are till date, we are into liquidation almost 6 months into it. And yet we do not know how many are the claimants. So, how do we decide?
I think you don't. You give it, you sell the asset and pay the money to the IBBI fund, which has been established specifically for this purpose. No, it is not that it is going to the IBBI. It is staying there like the IEPF, which is for the shareholders who don't make their claims in time. For this, under the same, I think, philosophy, this fund is also there. So it won't hamper your job. But yes, you don't have a list of creditors because there is no claim.
Yeah, but in my case, we have the secured creditors, which the liquidation value is not even 2% of the outstanding. So I know it won't go to any other creditor. Only liquidation cost and first creditor may be paid, that's all. But that's not my concern, because how do we do this in CIRP also? Sir, one is the balance sheets are not audited. Okay, maybe for 3 years, 4 years before we take up. So how do we actually come to conclusion how many creditors are there? Maybe some creditors are written off, which is not updated in the books. Some new creditors must have come in, which is not updated in the books. So until we do the audit also, we are not sure what is happening.
I think, ma'am, okay, that is not exactly the topic of today's discussion, because we are just trying to restrict ourselves to whether this format is good enough for the purpose for which it is made. Okay. But you have a valid point, and that is there for many cases. I think each one finds a way out of how to handle that.
Mr. Granthi, can I speak, please?
Yeah, please go ahead.
I have I just have one query, that as regards contingent claim, amount of contingent claim, what we should cover in this? I want to understand this.
I think Riteshji, if I understand correctly, these are those which are disputed or under in some judicial forum or the other.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah. Where it is not crystallized, what is the liability? There's something has been claimed, the company has disputed it, and the exact ultimate number, if at all any, has not been decided, but still is an important piece of information for people to know. So I think that would come here.
But
And those
if we
which
say-
cannot be, yeah, madam, bol.
Because amount of claims under verification, that will also come under that, because see, the person has claimed. We are asking.
No. Verification is the documentation to support the claim is incomplete. Whereas contingent is the claim itself, whether it exists or not, is under dispute. So it is same. Contingent liability is not accounted for. The balance sheet में आते हैं ना, वही है ये.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
But it goes beyond what is reported in a balance sheet. Many times we know that people don't report everything. Many times, I mean, this column would largely be government use. Okay, or claims raised, in infra companies by the principal employer on the contractor, that type of thing, which have gone into arbitration or dispute or something.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other question anybody has? I think we have covered basic things. We welcome what has been done. Great initiative. And it will be useful for every single IP and every single stakeholder. Okay. Yeah. Nitin, you can take over. I think we have finished our discussion.
I have one more question. Will it cover the?
Yeah. Okay. Well, last question. Yeah, madam.
Will it
Ask.
cover the small depositors?
Your voice is not clear. Can you just come closer to the mic?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, yes.
Now, will it cover the small depositors, the amount they are depositing for the jewelry, for the chit funds and all? Where it will be covered? They are not secured, and are they financial creditors, the small depositors?
Okay.
This list.
You're talking. Oh, okay. Those companies which have raised money from the public. Okay, under certain schemes, assuming they are legal schemes. Okay, chit funds and other things.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
They are liability. They are unsecured financial creditors.
Okay. So, okay.
Unless a security has been created, either by an agreement, like you can have public deposits which are secured and unsecured.
I think they are mostly
Similarly,
unsecured.
Yeah, exactly. But as I said, unless a security has been created, either by an agreement between the the company and the depositor, or by operation of law. Let us not forget that sometimes security is created by operation of law in certain cases. One must remember that. For example, property tax in certain states is first charge. Okay. Right. Thank you. I think, and probably all the questions that are there are suggestions. Nitin, over to you.
Right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We thank all the members. We thank Mr. from IBBI and all other officers from IBBI for taking and have been taken, and I guess all your doubts have also been clarified. But in case you still, after looking at the draft, that draft format, in case you have any further suggestions, we would request you to send us at our email ID. And with that, I would also thank all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.